It's quite the find. Hello friends, and welcome back to Crow's Thrifty Finds. My name is Melanie. So for this week's video, it's a very special video. We are going to talk about storage, inventory storage. My way of storing was different up until the other day because I got a shed built. It's going to be my eBay she shed. I'm pretty excited about it. But just a little bit of background to that. Before, I was keeping my inventory actually not too far from here at all, down in my basement. And my husband kind of has been nudging me to say, hey, you know, maybe we should get a new place for that. And I kind of pushed back a little bit and said, I don't know how I feel about moving it from where it is. I think it's fine. But, you know, the more I thought about a shed, it kind of sounded a little more exciting. It could kind of be my own space. I know I'm not in anybody's way. So we evicted my eBay inventory from the house. So I am going to show you not only the building of the shed, but the way I used to store my stuff and the way it's stored now. Some things will still remain in the house because there are some things that are not great to be stored in a shed. For example, shoes. I don't know if you know this, but Crocs can actually shrink if you leave them in the heat. And my shed eventually will have air conditioning, but it does not yet. So for now, the clothes and shoes will remain in my house. Maybe some smaller items or fragile items also will. But the majority of what I have will be going into this shed. So let's take a look at the building of the shed, where I used to store my stuff, and how it looks now. So I wanted to introduce you all to my current eBay inventory storage. This is my eBay closet, as I like to call it, in my basement, but we are needing more storage inside the house. So says my husband, and you know, I guess he's right. So we need to clear all this stuff out. But this is the way I have been storing it. It's a little chaotic, and this isn't my entire inventory either, but this is a lot of what's getting moved to the shed. So I've got, you know, stuff stacked up on a few shelves here. There's stuff over on that side, a little bit down there. And then behind me here, I've got some clothes that are hung up that I'll probably end up leaving in here because I don't really think they're bothering anybody. But yeah, we are going to be moving all of this stuff into the shed. And I do know where everything is in here. It's pretty organized by my own brain, but it'll be better in tubs that are numbered, and I'll have a little inventory system. It's going to be really good. So look at this as the before of the before and after.
You gonna play in the NHL?
No. What did you have to say about the shed, Bailey? It's too big?
Yeah. I'm big.
You gotta take it down.
I'm gonna do it right.
Bailey doesn't approve of it. Says it's too big.
There's already a house here. What's the point of having another house?
Because we need lots of storage space.
Let me guess.
Go. So the shed is coming along nicely. We're, I don't know, maybe halfway through the project. I'm not a shed builder. I don't really know. But you can see the roof is starting to be made. And in case anyone is curious, this is a 10 by 14 shed. So this is a pretty large shed. I could have gone bigger, but I didn't want to take up my entire yard with shed. So yeah, 10 by 14, it's going to have siding, it's going to have windows, 3 windows in it, and it is going to be the most amazing eBay she shed that there ever has been. It's a hayride without the hay. So I want to give a shout out to this guy here. This is Casey. He's my buddy. He's the owner of Z Sheds here in Grand Forks, and he is assembling this amazing shed for us. So I am super thankful for his help. we are actually reseller buddies. So he was doing reselling before he was doing sheds. So resellers aren't always fierce competitors. Sometimes they can be friends also. So, but yes, the quality of his work will be evident when the shed is done. We got some shed progress today. We officially have all 3 windows installed. So on this window in the back here, we made it bigger. And the idea for that is that we are gonna put an AC unit in there. So we needed to make sure we had a window that could accommodate an AC unit. Power, we're still kind of working on figuring out how we're gonna do that, if it's gonna need an extension cord or if we can find a way to get power back here a different way, but work for another day, I suppose. These are the doors that we're gonna have. We just didn't get those installed today. Casey kind of ran out of time. But yeah, things are coming along very nicely. I'm very excited with the progress. I'm ready to put a bunch of stuff in here. I've got my stop sign that I'm selling in here already because it was in my way. But other than that, there is much to be added. So we officially have doors on the shed, and my family thinks they're hilarious. They have taken it over with the man cave, including my daughter Bailey, and it's also going to be a hockey warming house. Really, the shed will be none of these things, but that's what they've decided the shed is for, because it's that cool. But that is not going to happen.
Action.
Okay, so this shed is 95% done, but I think that it's time to take a look and show you all what we've been doing in here. I feel like I'm on MTV Cribs. Do you all remember that show? So this is the inside, and Casey is so amazing. He was able to take a picture I sent him and create this custom bin storage. I just saw this as a picture in one of my eBay groups, and I texted him and I said, "Can you make this?" And he said, "Sure, I can." So for an extra fee, I was able to get this stuff made. And now what is so cool about this type of storage is that these slide out. How cool is that? And they're not all stacked up on top of each other, weighing down, so it's a really good way to keep organized. And I have not labeled these bins yet, but I probably will. But really, I mean, because they're see-through, I know what's in here. Like, for example, this is obviously plush. These are used toys. I've got some new toys on these rows right here, kind of miscellaneous down the bottom. And if you look over here, I have all of my boxes. I am sure my husband is thrilled that these are no longer stacked in our basement. And what is not done in the shed is what is on this side. So this side is going to be shelving for taller items, because not everything can fit in those bins. They're 72 gallons, they're only so tall. So there's going to be a couple of shelves over here, which I'm sure your imagination can design. If you all want to see them at a later time, I can put them in a future video. But yeah, we're going to have a couple of shelves that are, you know, leaving a good amount of space in between for bigger items, you know, like larger appliances and things that, you know, we want to be able to get off the ground, but, you know, you can't fit them in a bin. But basically, that's the shed. We're gonna put the AC unit in that window right there. My husband's eventually gonna insulate this. But for right now, this is what it is, and I'm super happy with it. I'm super excited about it. I want to thank Casey again. His company's name is Z Sheds. And this is Melanie with Crow's Thrifty Finds. I'll see you all next week.